Montreal, yeah. We call them trees. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
What?
The black ref straight Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wildcat Broadcast Network. I am Coach P, the voice of the Wildcats, and we are joining you live tonight from the Great Western Forum on the west side of South Bend as the Riley Wildcats travel across town to face off against their inner city rival. We've got about 2 minutes on the clock. As you see, that clock is accurate. Let's go ahead and get this logo taken down off of the screen as well. This is a huge game for 1,000 reasons. If you know anything about South Bend basketball, I don't really need to explain it to you. Two programs with extremely storied histories, a lot of great players coming out of both programs over the years. And anytime you've got two successful programs in that close of proximity, it's only natural that there be a rivalry, and that's what we've got here. The Cats coming in at 13-3. We've had an outstanding season so far. Those three losses coming to the number one team in 4A right now, Fishers, the number one team in 3A right now in St. Joe, and then the third loss came to Warren Central, an Indianapolis area team. We traveled down earlier in the year to Indianapolis to a tournament. We were actually up big on Warren Central early. They came back and got us in the end. But that's three losses. I don't know if there's ever a quality loss, but those are respectable losses if nothing else. Washington comes in with a 12-3 record, so both teams with very good records. A lot of talent on both teams. Of course, I don't need to tell you. I guess maybe I do need to tell you. Stephen Reynolds, the number one ranked kid in the 2026 class here in Indiana. The star of the Washington team. He's backed up by DeCorey Parker, a 5'10" sophomore point guard. Just an outstanding young player. And then, of course, we know who the Wildcats are going to roll out here with. We've got a couple guys in the 1,000-point club, and Marvin Schindler and Tyrese Jones. Both of those guys looking to star tonight. We've got about 30 seconds left on the clock. The flag is dropping from the ceiling. So I'm going to go ahead and be quiet here, at least momentarily. And it is about that time.
Children of all ages, welcome to the Great Western Forum here at Washington High School. In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask that all fans act responsibly and courteously to those around. Abusive language or disorderly conduct is unacceptable and not welcome at IHSAA events. Let's afford the student athletes, coaches, officials, and your fellow fans the respect they deserve. Let me have your attention to center court. The McCulla Cup. The McCulla Cup trophy was established in 2017. This traveling trophy is presented to the winner of the annual Washington versus Riley varsity basketball game. Mr. George McCulla was born and raised in South Bend, Indiana, and attended Washington High School, class of 1968. Mr. McCulla became principal at Riley High School in 1989 until 2002, when he returned to his alma mater, Washington High School, and remained principal until his retirement in 2014. Under his leadership, many improvements and programs were established at these high schools. Mr. George McCulla was instrumental to promoting education and athletics in South Bend. His love for children and his city has shown with his commitment to many educational boards and by him coaching football and wrestling at Riley and football and basketball at Washington. He is also the recipient of the National Educator Award and the prestigious Milken Family Foundation Award. Mr. McCulla's 40 years of service to South Bend Community Schools and his dedication to Washington and Riley is why we now play the McCulla Cup in his honor. Ladies At this time, we ask that you all rise and remove your hats in honor of America for the singing of the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the Rockies recognize the bonds bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner, yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, so as you heard there, the Star Spangled Banner is now complete. We'll have the starting lineup introductions
Starting lineup
right now.
for the visiting Riley Wildcats. At guard, a 6'1" senior, number 1, Jalen Barboa. At forward, a 6'1" freshman, number 2, Dontrell Johnson. At guard, a 6'1" junior, number 3, Tyrese Jones. At guard, a 6'1" senior, number 5, Brandon Williams. And at guard, a 5'9" senior, number 10, Marvin Schindler. The Wildcats are coached by Coach Alex Daniels, Michael Bush, Lucas Parker, Jesse Berry, Terrence Grant, and Miguel Maha.
All right, so there we have it. The starting lineup introductions are over. The Cats coming out with their ordinary starting lineup. It's going to be Marvin Schindler and Tyrese Jones. We mentioned both of them in the pregame, both in the 1,000-point club, 2 big-time scorers for this program. Then they're going to go Dontrell Johnson, the freshman in the middle, Jalen Barbera, and B.J. Williams, the 2 senior wing players filling out the starting 5.
At guard, a 5'10" sophomore, number 1, Corey Parker.
Corey, one of the guys we also talked about in pregame for Washington, one of their 2 real stars.
Number 3, Stephen Little.
The other one being that guy, Steven Reynolds. Like I said, the #1 kid in the 2026 class in the state of Indiana, already holds a number of Division I offers. And there is their big guy.
And at guard, the 6'3" sophomore, number 42, Keelan Webster. The Panthers are coached by Coach Ryan.
All right, and now the starting lineups are done for both teams. And finally, we are under about 30 seconds to go here. These guys make their way on the floor. Refs getting comfortable, getting stretched out. No doubt this is going to be an up and down, high energy type of game. Both teams, no doubt, ready to compete. And here we go. It's going to be B.J. Williams in the middle. He'll be jumping against Gabriel Burgeon, a 6'7" senior. And we're about to get this thing started here in the Great Western Forum on the west side of South Bend. Here we go. Here's the jump ball. It's up, tipped, pulled down by DeCorey Parker. And Washington going to be first in business on the offensive end. It's Kellen Webster with it now. He's guarded by B.J. Falls to the ground. Jalen Barbera picks it up into the open floor. Dishes it back. What a pass by Jalen to Marv. And the Cats are on the board first. Great find there by Jalen. And the Cats strike first blood here in this rivalry game on the west side. Parker with it, looking for Webster. Webster being smothered right now by B.J. Now to Bergen. Turns his back, turns it into a post-up. He's got a lot of height on Tree. Tree may be a little stronger. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Schindler. Schindler open floor. And they're going to call a jump ball on this one. Marv tried to go aggressively to the hoop. DeCorey Parker met him there. Met him at the peak of his jump. Had both hands on the ball. So it's going to be jump ball out of bounds underneath for the Cats. It'll be Schindler taking it out. Box set being shown by Riley. 7:13 officially on the clock. Of course, 2-0 the score, as you see on your screen. Schindler with it now. Looking for Tyrese. He gets it up top. Guarded by Steve. Now to Jalen. Jab step. Nothing there. Well defended. And that was a foul right there, but no call. Jalen with it now inside. Good pass to Ty. Ty at the rim. Puts it up. No good. He'll make that one 99 out of 100, so we'll take that. On the other end, the shot is up by Josh Johnson. No good. And then pulled down by Marvin Schindler. And then he's immediately fouled. So it's going to be Wildcat basketball full length of the floor. Dontrell Johnson going to take it out, inbounding it to Marv. 6:51 officially on the clock. That foul was on Josh Johnson, a 5'8" junior for the Panthers. And now the Wildcats inbound the basketball. It's going to be Marv bringing it up. Now over to BJ to the high side, handoff to Ty. Ty over to Jay. He's going to look to drive. That's going to be a blocking foul. Another one on Josh Johnson. So that's going to be two quick ones for Johnson. That's going to bring Mike Stuckey Jr. into the game. Mike Stuckey, a 5'9" sophomore. Josh Johnson, two quick fouls. So it's going to be side out now for the Wildcats. Tyrese taking it out, guarded by Steven Reynolds. Looking inbound to Marvin, he does without too much issue. Jalen with it now on the high side of your screen. Tree, top of the key, three-pointer, it's gone! There's a three for Big Tree. A very effective shooter from the three-point line this year. He's been hovering right around 40% for most of the year. Here's a pump fake by Reynolds, and his shot is up and good. So Washington able to answer on the other end. Tyrese came off his feet on the pump. Now here's Marv. He throws this one away. Reynolds into the open floor, flips it up, and it's good. We've got ourselves a tie ball game. Now the Cats into transition. I thought it might be an up-and-down type of game. Here's Schindler. Reverse now to BJ. Top of the key for BJ. No good. Rebounded by Webster. And now the Panthers look to set up some offense. Mike Stuckey just checked in the game. Pulls up for three. This one no good. Drew short iron. Rebounded by Tree. 5 up as we approach 5:30 remaining in this first quarter. Marv crosses half court. He's guarded by Webster. Now to Tree, fakes the handoff, turns the corner, fakes a second handoff, and they're going to call Tree for the travel on that one. Not sure if he shoveled his feet. I'll be honest, I didn't see it, but as we all know, I'm completely biased anyways. So it's going to be Panther basketball right in front of their own bench. It's going to be Webster taking it out. He inbounds it to DeCorey Parker. No problems there. No press being shown by either team so far in this one. Parker with it out near the half-court line, guarded by Jalen Barbera, one of the better one-on-one defenders in the NIC. But this time Parker goes right by him to the rim, and he draws the foul on BJ. So the foul going to go against Brandon Williams. That's his first. Also the first for Riley. Let me get these fouls caught up here. So the first free throw here by DeCorey Parker is up, and it's good. Parker, a very talented sophomore point guard. He's made a lot of noise around the state here in the last year or so. His second free throw is up, and that one's good as well. That gives Washington a 7-5 lead. As we approach 5 minutes to go here in this first quarter, it's going to be Schindler bringing it up against the defense of Webster. He crosses half court, now over to BJ. BJ looking for the post. Tree had it knocked away, but gets it back. Now to Barbera, drives baseline. Nothing there, and he's going to be called for the travel. Thought maybe there was some contact there. But nonetheless, JB left his feet, didn't have anywhere to go with it. Ends up turning it over. So here's Parker bringing it up once again for Washington. Here comes the screen from Reynolds. He ghosts it. Switched by Riley. Reynolds now guarded by Barbera. Out on the wing. And a call inside. I believe this one's going to go against Gabriel Bergen. 4:43 officially on the clock. Cats with it. Here's Tree, top of the key, handoff to Ty. Ty rejects the screen. Picked up nicely by Reynolds. Now he goes baseline. And this time, Ty has it knocked away. Cats able to maintain control. Jalen Barbera wide open, top of the key, no good. And then rebounded inside by Bergen. Now the Cats off and running. Here's Mike Stuckey, wide open jumper, and he lost the ball on the way up. Here's Barbera over to BJ, and that's going to be an easy layup, and that's what we need right there. Parker, though, right back down the court on the other end to Webster, and this one's going to be blocked from behind, but they're going to call the foul. That foul going to go against Dontriel Johnson.
Foul number 2, Tree Johnson. His first.
So that's going to put Kellen Webster, a 6'3" sophomore, at the line. Got ourselves a tie game at about 4 minutes. Not exactly sure what's happening. Some sort of official timeout. I think maybe something got spilled. All right, it looks like maybe there's a spill there on the far side of the floor that they're just worrying about getting cleaned up. So here in the early going of this game, the first 4 minutes, been pretty entertaining already. Both teams trying to get up and down the floor. Both teams making a few shots. And the energy here in the Great Western Forum is fantastic tonight. Not quite a sold-out house, but pretty well packed. Quite frankly, definitely on the Riley side. So whatever the issue was, or whatever they had to clean up over there, it looks like maybe they've got it done. So Kellen Webster's still going to step to the free throw line. 4:06 officially on the clock. And here's the free throw for Webster. Shot is up, and it is good. Second free throw for Webster, also good. So Washington now with a 2-point lead. Cats with it now. Marv going to bring it up. He'll be met by Webster right about the half-court line. And now the Cats are into their half-court. BJ with it. The elbow extended, now hands off to Ty. Ty over to Marv. Still guarded by Webster. Brings it back. High screen from Tree. Turns the corner out to Tree. Tree from the corner. Three-pointer, no good. Ball is up, tipped around. Tyrese Jones came out, down with the rebound. Here's Marv for three. No good. Tyrese with another offensive rebound. Now it's BJ's turn up top, and he's been smothered by DeCorey. Good defense there by Parker. Now Jalen Barbera all the way to the rim and one. As soon as Jalen caught that one, he knew he had a mismatch. Immediately drove baseline, able to finish at the rim. It's going to put Jalen Barbera at the free throw line for the and one and the lead. Jaden Stamps, Isaiah Packer, and Keyshawn Wright check into the game. Marvin Schindler and Tree Johnson taking a seat. 3:27 on the clock. Now we've got a quick timeout. Got a player with their shoe untied. Can't have that. All right, looks like Tyrese is all set. So now Jalen Barbera with one free throw. He's got an opportunity to give the Cats back the lead. It's been a little back and forth action here in the beginning. And here's the free throw by JB, and it's good. And now, on the inbound pass, they're going to say that Bergen, I believe, stepped on the line, stepped over the line. So it's going to be Cats basketball, out of bounds underneath. It'll be Isaiah Packer taking it out. Box set being shown by the Cats. They get it into the big guy, Jaden Stamps, right back to Isaiah. He looks to turn the corner. He does. Gets to the rim. Had it knocked away. A lot of contact in there, but no call for Zay. Now it's going to be Keyshawn Wright's opportunity to take it out of bounds underneath. He's on the high side of your screen. Gets it into Tyrese in the middle. He's guarded by Steven Reynolds. It's going to be a tough matchup for Tyrese all night. Here's Jalen Barbera, pull-up jumper from the free throw line. What a shot by JB. Pull-up jumper by Jalen Barbera. Very, very nice. 12-9 here for the Cats. 3 minutes to go on the clock here in the first quarter. Here's Parker looking to get the high screen from Bergen. Now pulls up for three. No good. Rebound pulled down by the biggest guy on the court, Keyshawn Wright, the valedictorian from Riley High School. Has it tapped away from behind, but Jaden ends up with it into the corner to Zay for three. No good. I'm not sure if Steven got a piece of that one or not, but he had Reynolds in his face. And now on the other end, here's Reynolds to the rim. Flips to Webster. Webster up and in. Fast-paced action so far here in this first quarter. Cats with the basketball now. Up one. Here's JB. A little shake and bake, dancing on him a little bit. Nothing there. Reverses the ball now to Zaya. Zay looks to drive. Turns it over. Here's Reynolds. Open floor in the slam. Out of the corner, here's Isaiah. Doesn't want to rush things. Now inside to Stamps. Stamps on the block. Out to Tyrese, top of the key. Three-pointer. No good. Corey brings it up. He's still guarded by Jalen. Jalen's been on him most of the night. Well defended. Steps through. Shot is up. No good, but he traveled.
Travel violation. Substitution for the Panthers, number 12, Jaden Lineberry.
1:47 officially on the clock. The Panthers up one. It's going to be Wildcat basketball. Jaden Stamps taking it out. Inbounds to Keyshawn Wright. He's going to walk it up. He'll be met around the volleyball line by Mike Stuckey. The Cats are going to be into their offense. Here's Zay now. Hand off to Ty. Ty, top of the key to Marv. Gets the screen from Zay. Pull-up jumper. No good. Good rebound by Stamps inside to Tyrese. And the jumper is good. Good board by Jaden and a good find. He found Tyrese just kind of hanging out over there on the baseline, and Tyrese able to knock it down. So Riley up one. Here's Reynolds, guarded by Tyrese. Loses the handle. Now gets it to Stuckey. Cross court to the corner. Here's DeCorey. Thought about it. Nothing there. Drives, handoff. What a pass. That was a nice pass to Webster. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Key with it. Dancing, guarded by Stuckey. Pass inside to Stamps. And a foul going to be called on number 23. That's Kamon Forbes, a 6'4". Excuse me, the foul is on Keelan Webster. That is the fourth foul on Washington, 2 for Riley. So Riley still with it. Key now in the corner, looks low, nothing there. He's going to look to reverse the tie. Tie guarded by Reynolds. Looks to drive, nothing there. Gets it back out to Key. We got about 39 on the clock. Now over to Zay. Inside to Stamps. Stamps, good move inside, no good. Rebounded by Jones, up and in. Nice rebound by Tyrese. About 25 seconds on the clock. I'm off by just a hair. DeCorey out near half court. He's guarded by Keyshawn Wright. Going to look to drive, spin, pull-up jumper. Well defended. Tipped. Finally, rebound ran down by Keyshawn, and the Cats are off a run. He gets it ahead to Zay. Zay at the rim. No good. Rebounded by Ty. Ty over to Marv. Marv flips it up. No good. Oh, my. And at the buzzer, Mike Stuckey. It's good. So big finish there for Washington. Somehow Marv, who will make that 999 out of 1,000 times, came up short. Had the wide open look at the rim. The Panthers came down with the rebound. Got it to Stuckey in the open floor, and with just about 2 minutes left, he let that thing fly, and it drops. Sometimes that's how it goes. The basketball gods punish you for leaving a little bit too much time on the clock. So a 2-point lead for the Panthers here at the end of the first quarter. Let's go ahead and get things set here on the scoreboard. Resetting the fouls here. Get us to the second quarter and put 8 minutes back on the board. A very entertaining first quarter. Both teams making plays. Both teams playing incredibly hard. That's what you really like to see. Just good spirited competition down here on the west side of South Bend. So the Cats going to come back onto the floor with Isaiah, BJ, Keyshawn, Dontriel, and Marvin Schindler. The Panthers coming out with DeCorey Parker, Steven Reynolds, Mike Stuckey, Kellen Webster, and Jaden Lineberry, a 6'1" junior. It's going to be Panthers basketball at half court. Key hugged up nice and tight on DeCorey Parker right now as they get ready to inbound this basketball. And we are officially underway here in the second quarter. DeCorey with it, guarded by Key. 3/4 length of the floor right now. He gets it ahead to Reynolds, guarded by BJ. Reynolds guarded by Williams. Pull up, well defended. Nice shot. And he's going to do that. Reynolds at 6'6", a big-time prospect. Wildcats with it now. Here's Marv. Crossover. Over to Key. Ball reverse. Marvin Schindler, top of the key. No good. Rebounded by Reynolds. And now Webster inside, able to finish. That's a little run there for the Panthers. Cats need to settle down just a bit. Get them a bucket. Zay got it inside, but got cut off. Kicks it back out to Marv. Here's the high screen now by Tree for Key. Now over to Tree. Three-pointer. It's gone! Much needed shot there for the Cats. And, of course, when you need it, who do you turn to? Your freshman, right? Not all the time, but Dontriel is one of those guys. Big-time shot there by the freshman. Here on the other end, the shot by Parker, no good. Rebounded by Marv. Marv now into the open floor. He's getting to the rim. Reynolds on him, flips it up. No good. Rebound pulled down by BJ. Up, no good, but he's fouled. Frantic action here in this key Northern Indiana Conference matchup. This will be on DeCorey Parker. That's the first for Washington. Also his first. So that's going to put B.J. Williams to the free throw line. B.J., one of the seniors on this Wildcat team. Loaded up with them. They've got 5 on the roster. He steps to the free throw line and looks to close this gap. First one is up, and it's good. So now into the game, Jalen Barbera checks in for Isaiah Packer.
For the Wildcats, number 1, Jalen Barbera.
So the second free throw now for BJ. He's lining it up. It's up and it's in. Washington with it now, up 2, excuse me. Just about 6:20 to go here in this quarter as DeCorey Parker crosses half court, guarded by Keyshawn Wright. Now over to Stuckey to Reynolds. Pump fake, jumper, no good. Rebounded by Jalen Barbera. He's off and running in the open floor. Pull up 3 from the wing. No good. Ball tapped around but pulled down by Parker now. Washington with it to the corner. Nothing there. Here's Corey to Stuckey. Stuckey hands off to Reynolds. He's out near the volleyball line. Calls for the high screen. Gets it. BJ sticks with him. Now handed off to DeCorey. Patient offense here by the Panthers. Corey now baseline. Looks to draw contact. Gets it to the corner. Opposite side. 3-pointer. No good by Jaden Lineberry. Rebound pulled down by Jalen Barbera. Now he gets it ahead. Marvin Schindler, corner 3. It's good! I said a moment ago that Washington had gone on a little run. The Wildcats did exactly what they needed to do. They answered that thing. And now we've got ourselves a full timeout on the floor. So while we have ourselves a quick break, let's go ahead and hear a quick word from our sponsors.
I was having a bad day. I decided, go get yourself some Chick-fil-A. Get my order, New York pace, walking out the restaurant.
I noticed that she had left without the milkshake. I tried to run after her, and everybody was looking at me like, this crazy lady. Lois, wait.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. She ran after me for 2 blocks. As a New Yorker, it's refreshing when people go out of their way for you. Little things like that make a big difference.
That's me. That's you.
All right, so thank you for that word from Chick-fil-A, our primary sponsor here on the Wildcat Broadcast Network. Without them, this broadcast would not have happened this year, so big shout-out and thanks to them. They've been outstanding partners of the Raleigh Wildcats athletic department for a long time. It's going to be Washington basketball, though. They inbound it here. They get it ahead to Reynolds, looking to do something quickly. Jump shot from the corner. This one up, no good. Pulled down by Lineberry. He flips it back up. This one no good. Now pulled down by Reynolds. A couple offensive rebounds for the Panthers. No good, and this time, finally, Big Tree jumped in the middle of that scrum and pulled it down. We're approaching 5 minutes. Schindler gets it to Key in the corner. Keyshawn for 3. No good. Rebound by BJ. Tipped up. No good. Good tip there by BJ. Just unable to finish. That's going to be a charge. And a huge charge taken there. A little bit of talk there among the refs trying to figure out if they're making the right call. Sure looked right to me. So a great play. And the Wildcats starting to feel a little bit of momentum gathering on their side. They've had a nice little offensive run and now a great play on the defensive side, although they did give up a couple offensive rebounds on that one. So 1-point lead for Riley. It's going to be full length of the floor here. Marvin Schindler going to bring it up after the inbound from Dontriel Johnson. Marv brings it up. He crosses half court. He's met by Webster. Webster's been on Marv most of the night when he's been on the floor. Here's Tyrese. Looks for the post up. Big tree inside. Good spin move. Flips it up. No good, but he's fouled. Good move there by Tree. Able to get the spin on Bergen. Flipped up the shot. Was unable to finish, but drew the foul. So that's going to put Dontriell at the free throw line. The freshman coming up big here in the early going.
At the line, shoot 2. Number 2, Dontriell Johnson.
4:37 officially on the clock. As Tree steps to the free throw line for the first of 2. First one is up, and it's no good. Hoping y'all can hear me pretty well out there tonight. We've got a big crowd here in the Great Western Forum. I've got my volume cranked. I know there's lots of y'all out there listening. So shout out to y'all. The free throw by Tree this time is good. And now the substitution is Jaden Stamps checks in for Tree. Great minutes there for Tree, though. So Jaden Stamps into the game. He'll be on Bergen. It's going to be full length of the floor for the Panthers. Now the Cats showing a little bit of full court press, but they're able to get it into Parker. Parker now to the corner to Stuckey, back to Parker. They're going to look to set up some offense now here in the half court. Backdoor here by Reynolds, all the way to the rim, and he finishes. Tie game. Cats off and running. Here's Schindler. Back to Stamps. Stamps looks to drive, kicks out to BJ. Jab step over to Marv. Into the corner now, JB. Well defended. The rotation moved quite well that time for the Panthers. The ball was flying for the Cats, but so was the defense. So the Cats going to pull it back out, reset some offense. Jaden hands it up to Schindler. Schindler took one from the volleyball line and had it blocked by Stuckey. Now Parker into the open floor in transition. Shot is up, no good. Pulled down once again by Barbera. Some good rebounding the last couple days by Jalen. Been trying to add that aspect to his game this year. Now the pullback jumper, no good. Rebounded inside by Stuckey. Now to Webster in the corner, three-pointer, and it's good. It is a game of runs, and Washington has now answered the run that the Wildcats made to answer the Panthers' run. So here we go, just about 3 minutes to go. Wildcats down 3. Here's Tyrese Jones, flips it inside to Stamps, makes the catch. Has it blocked inside by Bergen, and now the Panthers are off and running. Steven Reynolds at the rim, flips it up, and it's in. So now 5-point lead for Washington. Marv, top of the key, guarded by Webster, gets the screen from Stamps. Now moves it, Jalen Barbera. Looks to attack, gets it out to BJ. BJ three-pointer. No good. Offensive rebound, though, ran down by Jalen Barbera. Now BJ at the rim, flips it up. No good. Pulled down by Reynolds. Open floor to Parker. Now to Kellen in the corner. He just hit one. And there's another one. And that's going to prompt a timeout by head coach Alex Daniel. So, just had a player kind of get sick on the floor. We'll see if maybe there's a little bit of a delay here. They're running out the towels. So officially, the timeout is supposed to be over. And they are looking for the cleanup crew, I believe. 2:23 on the clock. The Panthers made a run. The Wildcats answered. The last minute or two would belong to Washington for sure. They've got themselves up 8 right now. Guess I might as well go ahead and fix the clock while we're sitting around waiting. 2:23 on the clock. 3 team fouls for Washington, none yet for Riley. Both teams huddling up as shout out to the custodial crew here at South Bend, Washington. Never know when your number is going to be called, so you got to be ready. It looks like he was, and the mess is cleaned up pretty quickly. B.J. Williams going to take a seat for Isaiah Packer here with 2:23 remaining on the clock. It's going to be Wildcat basketball, out of bounds underneath, full length of the floor. I believe it's going to be Jaden Stamps taking it out. He'll inbound to Marv. And now some more discussion going on, not exactly sure. BJ is back on the bench, and he'll be just fine, I'm sure. Like I said, not exactly sure what the discussion is at the moment. I thought we were ready. Now they're pulling everybody off of the floor again. So we are going to have a little bit of a delay here. So I guess while we have a delay, I'm going to send you away for a few minutes, give you something else to look at, I guess. So while we have this quick timeout, matter of fact, let's hear a word on our senior point guard, Keyshawn Wright. He was just named the valedictorian of the graduating class of 2025 at Riley High School this year. An outstanding young man, an outstanding student. And we've got this player profile piece, so let's go ahead and cue this thing up.
I'm Keyshawn Wright, class of 2025, 5'8" guard from South Bend, Indiana.
Keyshawn Wright is a true point guard.
To me, my game is very unselfish. I like to get all my teammates involved.
About as quick as they come from end to end with the basketball.
I play with a high level of energy, offensively and defensively.
Offensively, he can get to the basket. Very good at finding those cracks in the defenses and making players around him better.
Offensively, I'm looking to attack the rim and draw fouls.
Defensively, he's a pest. He can get after you. He'll fight you from end to end.
Defensively, I'm ready to get stops, willing to get stops, do whatever it takes to get a stop.
He is not the biggest in stature, but he's got a huge heart. He plays extremely hard every time he comes out on the court.
What inspires me is my family, mostly my parents though, and my mom. I just do everything for her.
He has a 4.3 GPA, so he's an outstanding student.
Education to me is important because it can help you become successful later in life. And it's also important because my mom, she always pushes me and she stays on me about that, and I don't want to let her down.
He's pretty goal-oriented in what he wants to do. I think his education is really important to him.
College coaches need to know that I'm a good person, I'm a leader on and off the court, and I'm always be ready to work hard.
All right, so that was a quick word on one Keyshawn Wright. It looks like they've just about got things taken care of here on the floor. I think an executive decision was made that things needed to be cleaned a little bit better. I guess you can't really argue with that. So they are finishing that up right now, and he's not on camera, but one Mr. Sean Henderson is even down there on the floor. That's why we love the big guy, the principal over at South Bend Riley. Always willing to jump in with a helping hand.
All right, Panthers student session, make some noise!
So the players now have made their way back onto the floor, gathering up last bit of trash maybe that's out there, drying off the floor. I think we are just about set. 2:23 officially on the clock. And really, honestly, if that hurts anybody, it's probably the Panthers. I mean, they had a lot of momentum going, had a little run going, then all of a sudden you take a break like that. It kind of resets things, so maybe a good thing for the Wildcats. At least we can hope so. And now we are back underway. Wildcats with the ball. Schindler going to bring it up. He'll be met at half court by Mike Stuckey this time. It's been Kellen Webster most of the night. Zay over to Tyrese. Now up top, Jaden Stamps. Here's Marv, turns the corner. Now over to Zay. And he traveled.
Substitution for the Panthers. Reynolds return. And also, Keyshawn Wright returns for the Wildcats.
2:06 officially on the clock. 33-25 is the score. Here's Parker. Brings it up against Keyshawn. Screen from Stuckey. Now Parker looks to drive. A lot of contact there between both guys. Shot up by Parker, no good, and then pulled down by Stamps. Now the Cats with it. Keyshawn on the high side of your screen. Gets it to Jaden. Now over to Marv. Marv crossover. Cross court to Key. Key looks to drive. Floater from the middle. It's up and it's good. 90 seconds to go here in this first half. It's been entertaining. Panthers with the basketball and the lead. Refs kind of letting them play at this point. Here's DeCorey. The help came. Didn't matter. Flipped up and in by Parker. 35-27 now the score as we approach 1:15 or 1:10 on the clock. This one going to be knocked out by Stuckey, so with 1:09 on the clock, it's going to be Wildcat basketball right in front of the Panthers bench. Tyrese going to take it out. Able to get it into Stamps, had it knocked away. This time by Lineberry. So 1 quick second off the clock. Wildcats going to be in the same basic spot. Still right in front of the Panthers bench. Tyrese going to inbound it. He gets it into Jaden. Jaden handoff to Key. Marv with it now, the corner. Tyrese, three-pointer. It's good! But now ahead to Lineberry, and he's able to put in a quick layup on the other end. Caught the Cats sleeping. Now here's Keyshawn. To the rim, flips it up. The call is, it's going to be a charge on Keyshawn Wright right at the rim. Looked to me like he got up under Key. For a little guy, Key gets way up in the air. I've talked about it before if you've been around. I've seen this kid with my own eyes dunk the basketball more than once. So a really good athlete is Key. Looked like maybe the defender was up under him a little bit, but nonetheless, it's going to be against Key. 7-point lead here for the Panthers. Corey with it out near the volleyball line. He's guarded by Key. Panthers going to be patient here, more than likely wait for the last shot. Only about 18 seconds on the clock, so we're pretty close. Here's Parker. He likes that spin move, flips it up, and it's in. 7 on the clock. Schindler crossing half court, guarded by Stuckey. No doubt he's going to want to take this last one. Pull up three, and it's good. So a big shot there for Marv to close out the first half and close that gap to just 6 points. A very good, a very entertaining first half. But Washington controlling just a little bit more of the momentum. It is a game of runs, as we said before, and both teams have made them. But Washington has been a little bit more successful, and they're up 6 here at the half. We're going to have 10 minutes on the clock here. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and show you a couple of other pieces. So we're going to start out with a real quick one from our friends over at Gates.
Upgrade your ride at Gates. Need a great buy? On a new ride, Gates has rates as low as 0% up to 60 months. And no payments till spring. Local lenders are on full credit alert for the sale. No payments till spring. All at Gates, all month long. What a sale!
It opened our young ladies' eyes to the fact that there's a big world out there. And here's an organization, a professional organization, giving you an opportunity to explore that big world out there.
Good work. I told you locked up.
You know, I never really had the opportunity to play flag football, so
Hey, first down.
it's great to see the game expand, you know, definitely in a safer way as well.
I feel like it's just good energy, good communication, good sportsmanship. We have a blast.
Hey, 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 hey.
Not only do young girls get the skills that you get from the game of football, leadership, discipline, communication, confidence building, you name it, but that they're able to use love and passion for the game to kind of catapult them into potentially other opportunities.
Give me 2. Give me 3. Why are you here?
To this moment, like, as soon as I leave here, I'm still gonna be hustling every day, trying to learn different things, watch videos, just quarterbacks in general, so I can improve myself.
Seeing people get the chance to, you know, play football, they get to go out there and run around and make some moves and shake people. Because I love watching football no matter who's playing it. So seeing, you know, girls flag football is pretty awesome.
Now, there are 13 sanctioned states in high school girls flag. Just shows the commitment and the interest. And then you add on that it's going to be an Olympic sport at the next Olympics, which is huge. I think it's a really exciting time to jump in and be at the forefront of this.
Family on 3, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3. Family! Here we go. Good job, good job.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 19.
You're entering the SBS TV Sports Zone.
It may be cold out, but our winter sports teams are bringing the heat. The Adams Eagles boys wrestling team hosted their final home match of the season on Thursday night as they took on their crosstown rivals South Bend Riley. The Wildcats ended up winning with a final score of 63-16. Adams collected 3 victories throughout the match. Kane Miller won at 132 pounds by disqualification. At 138 pounds, Preston Rupert won his match by major decision with a final score of 13-3. On February 1st, the sectional tournament for wrestling will begin. Next up in basketball, we check on the Riley Wildcat boys to see how their season is going.
Season's going good. We're currently 10-3. We faced some good competition and really tested our guys.
I feel like The strengths with us just staying together, staying positive, even in tough times.
The group of seniors I have right now is the first group that I've had with me for 4 years. So we've spent a lot of time together. They have a lot of experience, and so that's always nice to throw guys out there that you know what's going on and have been there before.
My team, these are my guys. Like, yeah, I couldn't ask for no other team.
Yeah, I think as we approach sectionals, in the near future, we want to be, physically ready, mentally ready, and healthy.
Here are the records in upcoming games for the South Bend Schools boys basketball this weekend. The Adams Eagles are 8-6 after last week's loss to Elkhart. They will take on Penn High School at John Adams this Friday at 7:30. Riley boys basketball is 12-3 after last week's win against Mishawaka Marion. They will travel to New Prairie on Friday to take on the Cougars at 7:30, and on Saturday will host ranked Northridge at home, also at 7:30. The Washington Panthers are currently 11-2 after last week's win against Jimtown. The Panthers will host Mishawaka at 7:30 this Friday. In swimming news, on February 1st, the NIC Championship meet for swimming will take place at the Elkhart Aquatic Center. Notre Dame's fifth-year senior Xavier Watts is declared for the 2025 NFL Draft. Watts was awarded the 2023 Bronco Nagurski Trophy, which is an award given to the best defensive player in the entire NCAA. After this year's national championship run, Watts is ranked the fourth best safety in the draft by ESPN. And finally, the Empire State Building recently paid homage to the National Football League Conference winners. It was lit up green and white in honor of the Philadelphia Eagles' win against the Washington Commanders in the NFC Championship game, but then the landmark switched up and changed to red to honor the Kansas City Chiefs' victory over the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship game. The Eagles and Chiefs will face off in the Super Bowl in New Orleans on February 9th. From Sports Zone, I'm Isaiah Packer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Wildcat Broadcast Network. We are under just about a minute to go in this break, so we're going to get this scoreboard reset real quick and fast like. Panthers going to come out with a 6-point lead. It's been an entertaining game so far. The Panthers with just a little bit more success in their runs. One thing I would say is really the defensive intensity of the Cats has been something that they have relied on all year, forcing turnovers, getting out into transition. I'm not sure that we saw enough of that in the first half. I'm guessing head coach Alex Daniel implored his team at halftime to pick up the energy on that side of the basketball. They are definitely at their best when forcing turnovers and turning them into shots on the other end. So here we go into this third quarter. It's going to be a very entertaining second half regardless of how it goes. Both teams making their way back onto the floor. Cats coming back with their starting lineups: Marv, Tyrese, Tree, Jalen, and BJ.
Shout out to state champion and Purdue University player Mila Reynolds is in the house tonight.
So it's going to be side out for the Wildcats. BJ going to take it out and inbound it to Marv. Marv going to be Mr. as he crosses half court, as he has been for a good chunk of this game. And now the Cats going to look to set up some offense here as the second half gets started. Now Tyrese up top, guarded by Reynolds. Hand off to Marv, volleyball line. Now over to BJ. BJ pump fake, nothing there, guarded by Parker. Here's Tyrese now, had it tapped away from behind by Reynolds. Parker came up with it, gets it ahead to Reynolds. He's going to look to be aggressive. And he's going to be fouled, I believe, on the floor. So it's going to be out of bounds underneath on the high side of the floor. 7:30 officially on the clock. Panthers still up 6. So Panthers out of bounds underneath. Reynolds gets it into Parker. Parker guarded by Barbera. Now over to Bergen. Bergen guarded by Tree, the freshman. Pull-up jumper, and it's good. Crosses half court, gets it over to BJ now. BJ to Tyrese, pump fake, he got Steve off of his feet, but then the help came. DeCorey Parker just kind of took that one from Tyrese. There was some contact there, but no call. Now Reynolds out near the volleyball line. Jab step, spin, pump. Lost the ball, flipped it up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Tree. Cats into transition now. Tree leading the break, pull up three from top of the key, it's gone! Three-pointer by Dontrell Johnson. Five-point game. Bergen with it now, guarded by Tree on the wing. Gets it over to Reynolds now, guarded by Tyrese. It's been a good matchup tonight. Spin, reverse spin, jumper, good. Well defended by Tyrese. Sometimes there's just not much that you can do. Nice shot there by Steven Reynolds. Tree now hand off to BJ. BJ back to Tree. Tree looks to drive baseline. Gets the contact. Now back out to BJ. Tyrese in the corner. BJ three-pointer, and it's good. So 4-point game, 5:45 now on the clock. Cats hanging around here. Need to get it going on defense, as I said in the break. Now here comes a double. They're trapping Corey up top. He gets it to Bergen. Bergen just hit a jumper a second ago, shoots this one and misses. Schindler, rebound, open floor, gets it ahead to Tyrese. Tyrese at the rim, flips it up and in. And that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what we need. We need to force some turnovers, get into transition, and make some things happen. Marv able to hit Tyrese nicely on that one, and he was able to finish over Reynolds at the rim. Here's Reynolds now. Passed it to the rolling Bergen, but stolen by BJ. BJ ahead to Ty. Ty couldn't handle the pass. It was a bit long. Washington comes back with it now. Parker now in the corner. Steven Reynolds thought about the three, then thought better of it. Now he drives, turns around, got Ty in his air, pull-up jumper, and it's good. Ty giving him all he can handle on defense, but Steve obviously a very talented guy. Ty middle of the lane now, pull-up jumper, no good. Ball tapped around and then knocked out of bounds by Reynolds. 4:42 officially on the clock, 4-point game. So it's going to be Wildcat basketball out of bounds underneath. It's going to be Marv taking it out. Box set being shown by Riley. Marv inbounds it to Jalen at the block, turns, flips it up and in. Parker now crosses half court, guarded by Barbera. Looking for the screen from Bergen, rejects it, cut off nicely, but then steps through it. That's going to be a travel by DeCorey. Well defended by Jalen on that one. Wildcat basketball down 2. Jalen Barbera going to bring it up. Looking to set up a specific play as head coach Alex Daniel hollers out his instructions. Handed it off now to BJ. BJ over to Marv. Was looking for a screen from Tree. Wasn't really there. BJ with it now. Top of the key, here's Barbera. Now knocked away by Johnson. Awful lot of contact. And Johnson able to flip it up and in. Turnover by the Cats leads to a bucket for the Panthers. 4-point lead, 3:45 on the clock. Barbera with it. Reverse court, BJ able to run that one down. He waits for the high screen from Tree. He's going to reject it. Middle of the lane, gets to the hole. BJ took the layup, no good, but he's going to draw the foul. So the foul is on Steven Reynolds, his first of the game. Also the first for Washington, both teams with one team foul now. It's going to put BJ at the free throw line. So here BJ lines up the free throw. He's got 2 coming, looking to close the gap. And it's up. Rattles around and in for BJ. 3:34 on the clock, as you see on your screen. The time is correct. I've been pretty good about it tonight. I probably shouldn't say that because usually when I say that, I mess it up immediately. But we're on the money right now, and BJ is on the free throw line looking to knock down the second of 2. This one is up, and it's good.
Substitution for the Wildcats, number 4, Keyshawn Wright.
So substitution now for the Cats. Keyshawn Wright comes into the game for B.J. Williams. It's going to be Panthers basketball out of bounds underneath full length of the floor. It's going to be Parker bringing it up. He'll be met by Keyshawn at the half-court line. He enters it immediately to Reynolds. Reynolds over to Webster. Inside to Reynolds. Looks to spin. Cut off nicely by Jalen. Reynolds trying to be physical, but Jalen met him. Able to force the turnover. Tree thought about the 3. Now to the corner. Jalen Barbera for 3. No good. Rebound pulled down by Steve. He gets it ahead to Johnson. Flips it up. No good, but they're going to call the foul on Keyshawn Wright. Didn't look like a lot of contact from over here. But that's going to put Josh Johnson, the 5'8" junior, on the free throw line for the Panthers. Where he'll be shooting 2. The first is up, and it's good. Cats hanging around but having trouble closing this gap. Jaden Stamps into the game for Dontrell Johnson. 3:02 on the clock, 3-point ball game. Josh Johnson lines up his second free throw. It's up, and it's good. So now we're back to a 4-point lead for Washington. Riley with the basketball. Here's Schindler. Cross court now to Keyshawn. Keyshawn inside to Stamps, and that's going to be a turnover for the Cats. Maybe the right thought, but the pass not quite catchable by Big Jaden. He's about 6'3", maybe 6'4". Got to bend down quite a bit to grab that one. So turnover on the Cats. Here's Reynolds now on the other side. Thought about the volleyball line jumper. Jalen's sitting on it. Look at the defense by Barbera. That was not much of a foul, but it's going to go against JB. So that'll be the third team foul on the Cats. Washington actually only has one. We'll get that fixed real quick. 2:38 officially on the clock. Here's Webster now, guarded by BJ. He gets it to Steve. Reynolds guarded by Tyrese. Pull-up jumper. Tyrese defended it well and then comes down with the rebound. Cats now into transition. Here's Tyrese. He gets it back to Marvin. Almost traveled, but able to get it back to Schindler. Now the Cats going to set up some offense. Here's Marv. He's guarded by, flips the key out to BJ. Wide open three. It's good! Big shot there for BJ. Panthers with it. Stuckey out near the volleyball line. Looked to turn the corner on Marv. Got cut off. And then he traveled. The help from Keyshawn came, and Stuckey couldn't handle it. He traveled. 1 point game now. Cats going to have the basketball side out. And now we're starting to feel that momentum swing just a little bit again. Once again, some sort of confusion. Well, we got it figured out. So Wildcat basketball side out. Jaden Stamps inbounds to Keyshawn. Tyrese now up top to Schindler. 90 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Here's Marv, three-pointer. It's good! What a shot by Marv. That woke the crowd up in here as the Wildcats retake the lead. Here's Parker on the other end, guarded by Keyshawn. And that's going to be a foul on Wright. 1:22 officially on the clock. Looked like some pretty good defense down here. This is going to be a very interesting third quarter on the west side. Reynolds taking it out, gets it into Parker. Key, a menace on defense, just all over DeCory right now. Gets it to Steve, guarded by Tyrese. Pull up three, no good. That's an air ball. And now saved by Webster, but they're going to say he was out of bounds. And now you can start to hear the crowd behind me waking up a little bit. It's going to be Wildcat basketball. 1:09 officially on the clock. Stamps taking it out. He'll inbound to Marv. And he's going to walk it up as the Cats look to set up some offense. We're under a minute. Marv, pull-up jumper, no good. Ball tipped and then out of bounds. So we are actually down about 55 on the clock. 2-point ball game. DeCory Parker with it, guarded by Keyshawn Wright. Maybe looking to hold for the last. Maybe not. Here's DeCory driving on Key. Looks to turn it into a post-up. Turns, shot up. Somehow it goes in. We've got a tie game with 30 seconds to go. Keyshawn ahead to Tyrese. Back to the corner. Marv drives at the rim. Handoff to Jaden at the rim. Up and no good.